Hello everybody. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for Solana for putting this event on. Obviously it takes a lot of work to organise something like this. I've got to say this is the second one of these events that I've been to, and it's amazing to be with such a group of intelligent people working together on such exciting stuff. I am very, very interested in the blockchain space. I find it absolutely fascinating as a technology. I'm actually old enough to have lived through the dot-com boom and seen how the internet led to a real massive expansion in new technologies, new startup companies developing all kinds of new ideas. The fascinating thing about that time was that loads of companies got started, raised a huge amount of money, but very few of them really succeeded in the end. The reason for that was they really didn't find a great monetization method. So the interesting thing this time around with the blockchain world is there's already a monetization there. We have lots of different methods of raising money, using the coins, using the NFTs, and it's really going to give superpower to this new technology, I think. So something I'm very interested in is the opportunity that we have here with what is really a new payment system. And something that happened with the dot-com boom is the main method that people found to monetize their companies was through advertising. This hasn't led to the best user experience in terms of now a lot of tracking on people as they use the internet. So I think now what we do have is a potential for more anonymity and alternative payment mechanisms. So what we're trying to develop is a media sharing platform where you can pay as you go if you want to, if you're enjoying the media that you're seeing, and you can tip the creators. So it's better than the scenario where the adverts are in there, they're forced upon you, and the creator is getting a very small amount of the revenue that's coming through. So that's something we're developing at the moment. We've decided the first thing to develop along the way with this is a wallet. So we've looked at the way that current wallets work, and I've got to say, in a lot of ways, it's not the greatest user experience. We do seem to have the 12-word mnemonic is very difficult for people to remember. They suggested that they write it down and put it in a safe deposit box. That isn't always the best solution, and let's face it, lots of people have lost their private keys. There's actually some old Bitcoin wallets out there, from 13 years ago, that have millions in them, billions in them, and the keys haven't moved the coins haven't moved for a very long time. So yeah, it's quite possible lots of people have lost their private keys out there. Certainly I know a lot of people that have done. So we developed a prototype wallet, which uses a different method of creating a private key. Instead of the wallet using random number generation to create 12-word mnemonic, we've decided we're going to prompt the user to give an image which is uploaded into the wallet. Now this image is then hashed along with the password into a private key, which is then stored on the blockchain. So as long as the user hangs on to that image, and obviously they can back it up to the cloud, they can put it on their laptop, they can send a copy to the dad on an email, but really it's a way of keeping it. Not everyone's going to know that picture is actually the key to their wallet. They've probably got 10,000 pictures on their phone like most of us do. So that key is pretty well hidden in a lot of ways, and even if somebody did know and they get hold of the photo, they need the password in order to access the wallet. So we think it's pretty secure, and it's also pretty good in terms of not being able to lose it. So I'll just give you an example here of a picture that I took earlier, just in the room. That picture gets uploaded. Along with the password. So I guess it makes sense to use a password that you probably will remember. If you're a buy and hold person in the coins, then you need to be able to remember it for a few years. In some ways, that's the irony of losing private keys, is the people that make the most money are actually the people that bought and hold. And because they've bought and hold for so long, they've quite often lost their keys, which is very sad. It's not just about losing money, it's then the frustration of watching the price of that asset go up when you don't own it anymore. Very painful for a lot of people. So yeah, what I've done there, I've created a new wallet using that private key. If I come out of this wallet and trash it, I can just go back in again using the same photo. It's pretty basic. It's not rocket science in terms of what we developed so far, but we think that is a significantly better user experience And losing private keys, in my opinion, is one of the main barriers to user adoption in this industry. I think we all really want to get mainstream user cases and bring more people into the crypto world. I think this is one step in the right direction. We're going to be continuing to develop. We've got people on the team already, developing a media sharing platform, but we are open to new staff coming on board. So anyone that can work in Anchor or Rust or has C++ experience and wants to get into blockchain, please come see me afterwards, and potentially there's a job for you there. Thank you very much.
Great round of applause. Very cool concept. Gordon, you have some words. You were inspired by this presentation.
Yeah, so I was surprised at why no one has thought of that yet. That was very fucking cool. Yeah, thank you for showcasing that. God, that was excellent. That was what I want out of a hacker house. I really hope that you fully productionize that, because it is so hard to convince my wife to use a ledger that I feel like might actually work. Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Some words of encouragement. Very few and far between.